Guys, how's it going? Ghosty Rich here today with Mika and we're going to be building us one of these black cabinets here that have the lock on it. Great for if you're storing things that you might want to just lock the kids out of or something like that. Either way, first thing you want to do is get a pet dog to walk across your box a million times, and then you're going to look at system build. That's the model number. We're going to open this box, lay out all our parts, and we'll build it from there. So if we take a look here, you'll see that there's these nubs. You just pop your feet in. They literally just pop in. If you want, you can even line them up. And then after you line them up, you just lie this down and then press down and it'll click them all in. But yeah, literally, yeah, just palm press. You're going to see these holes right here. This is because that's where we're going to be tying screws right through into the main supports. So that's the first thing. Make sure you're lining up. You'll see that there's a finished gray edge like this, and then there's the wood edge. The wood edge always goes towards the back, so that way it has a nice clean front look. So next thing we're going to do is grab our other two long pieces so we can tie these in. Pretty easy. Make sure all your pins, as you can see, are on the inside of the shelf. After you see that and the gray is forward, we will take these two screws, put them into that one, we'll lie down the next one that has the holes like that, and we'll be aiming the other direction with the gray up top, and we'll screw that one in. So this right here is a wall attachment. You can always add it if you're gonna bolt your cabinet to the wall. This is needed if you're gonna be putting some heavy stuff on the cabinet so it doesn't fold forward. You can mount that into the wall if you'd like. Just follow what it says right here. We won't be using it. You just mount it on the very top. You can do it at the very last, and you can add it later if you'd like, but you're going to need two of these. And what we're going to do with these two is grab these two screws and go tie these little white clear things up at the top. They want this, so I guess they're door stops for the very top, as you can see. So right there on the very top, after we tighten this up, right there, we're just going to, let's see if it focuses for me. Right there. So those two little squares there, tighten these clear guys in there. It's probably not going to focus. There it is. Tighten those two in there as door stops. So this is the top here. You can see it's unfinished. It's ready for if you want to put that piece on the top right here. But you're just gonna line these screws up first, and then we're just gonna drive them in, and then we can put those two little pieces on. So once you got these screws in, like I said, you just tie these Phillips through the clear. You can see that one side is completely open, the other has a blocker. You want to make sure you use that blocker because it acts like a washer. And don't tighten these too tight, otherwise you'll strip them, or just pull it right through the plastic if it actually catches good. So technically the next thing that we would do, but we are going to be using this for a weed whacker, so we won't be using the center shelf. We're going to brace it other ways. You would take one of the shelves, and we would be lining it up right here on the center, and you would drive these last four black screws through the side into the shelf, and that would give this cabinet more stability. But like I said, we're going to be using this for weed whackers and stuff like that, so we actually won't be using that shelf, and it would be in the way. So at this point, that is what you would do. So what we did is we took that shelf, and instead of having it there, we put it right there. We screwed it in as a brace. Lifted a little bit here, but just because we didn't have any real. And then now you can take this and you're just going to nail it onto the back. Just up like that. What I would suggest you do is nail the corners first. Get all your corners lined up so that way it's nice and flush. So do this corner, then make it flush against the top, put that corner, and then you might have to get someone to twist the cabinet as you do the other, because this is actually a functional support. So make sure you use your back. And then, so yeah, just nail the four corners after you line that up. So first the two top ones, then the bottom two, and then do your middles, and then just add some couple extras. Up to you if you want to use every single one of the nails. Now this whole top end is done. Everything is done in this cabinet. Like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do this. You're actually supposed to lie it flat and tie it along here, but we just wanted a back brace. Next thing we're gonna do is assemble these doors. So unpackage all the handles. We'll tighten the handles in. The handle will go on the opposite side of these holes. So if you're looking at these holes, you're gonna take the handle, hold it on the other side, and put the screws through the wood and tie them into the handle. Just unwrap the hinges, put them in like so, line the screws up, and then just drive them in. You can see the handles sticking out like that. You just put these screws through. Next, we're just gonna use this and tie it in like so. Don't power drive these ones if you can avoid it. I mean, you can after you get the screw started, but it's really easy, depending on the quality of the handle, to strip these handles, and then you'll never get it in. See? That's why you always got to make sure it goes in straight. The door without the lock, you can see that one's got the lock, this one does not. You're going to tie those two screws onto there so this can slide up and lock in, or will actually slide down once we flip the door around. But yeah, just tie those two in with these two screws. We had our own screws lying around. We had to use our own because those other ones were just not long enough. It wouldn't stick in enough to grip. So we're gonna put that in now, and it's pretty easy. You just lift the first door in. This goes down towards the bottom. Make sure you don't mount that up, because the hole it goes into is down there. So you get someone to line it up, then you're gonna line up these screws and just drive them in. As you can see, just like that. If you're doing it yourself, it could be fun. You just basically want to get that first screw in, then I'd go down to the bottom and get that screw in, and then tie in all the stuff in the middle. Overall door is the exact same. Tie your hinges in like you did before, handle in like you did before. And then you're gonna line this up like so with the screws, and then drill in your two screws into here, and that should hold your lock in. Make sure that this tongue is aiming out this way, so that way when you lock it, it sticks out blocking the other door. Right here, bring it in, slide your latch down, that locks that in. Close this, lock it like so. As you can see, it holds. You can move the doors around if you see fit, but if somebody wants to get into this, they're going to. Overall, that's the build. If you wanted to, they give you these little covers you can put on the screws. I'm not too worried about doing so. From this, we can put it in the corner, put the weed whackers in it, and call it a day. I don't think it'll ever see the use of the lock, to tell you the truth. I think they should have just done without it. I can't see you actually using the lock on this kind of stuff. Isn't that right, Meeks? That wouldn't even keep you out. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Thanks again for watching. Press like if it helped you out, and subscribe for more. We're going to assemble some more of these cabinets, so take a look on the channel if you're looking for more videos on these cabinets.